Hi, Karen. Come in. So your teacher got in touch with me and told me you wanted to speak to me as you had a rough morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before we get into that, I just want to go over confidentiality again. I know you've seen me before, but so anything you say will be kept within this room unless you express harm to yourself, harm to others, or my records are held into court. So does that sound good? Any questions?
Makes sense to me.
Okay, good. So let's get started. So why did you request to come see me today?
My mom is she does not like what I'm doing with my life right now. And we got into a very large argument before I left this morning.
Okay, and what do you mean by that?
She just doesn't like the life choices I'm making. She doesn't like that I miss school. She doesn't like that my boyfriend and I are together all the time, which I think is a good thing. But she's too involved in my life, and I don't like it.
Okay, so that's what your fight was about this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah? And so do you guys fight often?
I don't
about this?
see her a lot, but when we are, I guess, in the same vicinity, we do fight most of the time.
And what are your fights like?
Very verbal, very aggressive,
A lot of yelling?
mostly yelling. Yeah.
Okay, so you said you don't see your mom often. Is that because you are away from the house or she's away from the house?
Both. She works a lot, so when I'm at school, she's sleeping. She generally works at night. And then when we do see each other, it's very brief in the morning, or I don't even come home because I don't want to deal with it.
So you said these fights were mostly about you hanging out with your boyfriend a lot, and she sees that as an issue, and that you're missing school.
Not a lot of school, but I mean, I hate math, and I'm never going to use it. So I just don't like going. And, it's not that I do bad in it, because I'm passing. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Who needs to know the Pythagorean theorem? I don't.
Yes, math was a struggle for me as well. But you do attend school most of the time?
Most of the time.
Okay, well that's good. So how are you feeling right now in regards to your fight with your mom?
Agitated.
Agitated?
She is something else.
And what do you mean by that?
I don't get it. She's got a boyfriend. They hang out all the time. It's not like my boyfriend are doing, me and him are doing drugs all the time. It's just that we're hanging out and just being together. What else are you supposed to do with your boyfriend besides be together? I don't get it.
Would you say your boyfriend has a positive impact on you in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he helps me out with my homework. He is very kind to me. And it's not, like I said, it's not like we're going out partying and drinking and doing drugs. It's just we're hanging out. I don't know why she doesn't approve of him.
Okay, so he seems to be a good support for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your relationship like with your mom? Has it always been that you guys have been fighting, or is this a more recent thing?
I think it's more recent. When I was younger, we got along great. She was always, not always home, but she was home when I needed her to be. We would hang out all the time, just her and I, and then, I don't know, I just grew up, I guess, and she got weird. She got weird. That's the only way I could put it.
Okay, so it's kind of when you started having more responsibilities and getting a little bit older that things seem to change.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she quite understands. I'm 17 years old. I can do things on my own. I mean, I'm not legal age to leave the house yet, but at the same time, she treats me like I'm still 6. And I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I think that's something a lot of students your age find, that their parents have a hard time accepting the fact that their children are growing up. So what responsibilities and things do you have around the house?
Make sure my room's clean, do the dishes that I make, clean the bathroom once a week. Pretty much it.
Are these any areas that you guys argue about, or?
No, she really just argues that I'm not home. Like, I don't even know why she wants me home. She's not home the hours that she wants me there, which doesn't even make sense. It's not like I have younger siblings, but they're younger as in like a year or 2 younger. They can look after themselves. So even that responsibility, like they know how to cook, they know how to clean, they're responsible. I mean, 17, and my sister that's younger than me is 16, and then my little brother's 14. But like I said, we all know how to cook, we all know how to clean. So it's not even like I need to be there all the time.
Yeah, you seem to have a good idea of your roles and responsibilities and have positive people around you in your life. So it must be hard when you and your mom fight.
It's very hard.
Do you see any strengths in your relationship with your mom? Any good aspects?
I don't know. She provides for our family, I guess. Like, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's able to have enough money to support me and my siblings by herself without any other like spousal support. Like, her boyfriend is in and out all the time, which whatever. I don't really like the dude, but she can do it by herself. Like, she's a strong woman, and I very much appreciate what she does for me. But she's got something up her butt lately.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned her boyfriend, and you don't have a good relationship with him.
No.
Do you think he has any effect on your relationship with your mom now?
Probably. Like, before he came along, we were fine. And it was just like, obviously she didn't want me hanging out with my boyfriend just because she's had a lot of issues with stupid guys in her past. But like, my boyfriend's nothing but nice to me. And like, he's never been inconsiderate or rude to my mom. It's just, I think that her boyfriend has way too much control over their relationship. Because even when he came, we all had to like rearrange our lifestyles to fit with his, which I thought was so stupid. Like, I'm 17. We've been doing this. Like, my biological father and my mom were never really together. So like, once he up and actually left our lives, and this other guy stepped in, like, it's just been this whole stupid. I don't even know how to describe it.
Mm-hmm. So you seem frustrated.
Yes, very.
Do you have any kind of feelings of anger or anything towards your mom?
A little. I mean, you can't really help who you fall in like with, but she could have chosen a much better person than this person. I'm not even going to call him a man. He's not worth the title.
Have you tried talking to your mom about this in the past?
A little bit, but she's all like, I'm your mother, and like, I know what's best for you, so she doesn't really care what we think.
You don't think she cares?
I don't think she cares at all. She doesn't seem to care. And if she does, she doesn't really put it over well.
Is this something you'd be willing to talk to about your mom with?
Yeah, probably. I don't really hold much back from her. We used to be very
That's
open.
a good thing. Yeah.
Like, before her boyfriend kind of came into the picture, like, we told each other everything. We were very close. And then the boyfriend came along and all these rules started coming into place. Like, I never had a curfew when I was younger. And he comes along and he's like, you have to be home by 11. And I was like, you're not my real dad. And then she's like, you need to respect him. He's my boyfriend. He's going to be in our lives. It's not down. No. Not down for some man to just walk into my life at, what I would say, 14 when he came around and just think he can dictate my life. Like, no. Not okay with that.
So you and him don't get along very well?
At all.
I'm getting?
No? At all. When he's there, I lock myself in my room or I leave the house.
Okay, so do you get in arguments with him as well, or do you just kind of avoid him?
If he tries to talk to me, I generally avoid conversation. He's not a nice person, and I don't want to waste my time talking to somebody who's not nice to me. So
understandable. I'm glad you know your boundaries and the way you deserve to be talked to anything.